White to the white. The radio station with more. You're listening to now. White to the white. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Respect to the Most High. Yeah. Biafra, the rising sun. Can you hear me now? Everywhere in the world, Biafrans are fighting for freedom. Freedom, yeah. Biafrans, we know what we want. Biafrans, we know what we need. All we want is Biafra. All we need is Biafra. Our leader have tell us the truth. Now we know who we are. Osaflani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. They are killing our people. No more one Nigeria. Yama convention is over. All we need is Biafra. I am not saying this because I'm a Biafra, but I'm thinking of the life we lose every time that killing innocent people, yeah, raping our women, yeah. Who doesn't know about the 10%? Who doesn't know about the oil well? House of Fulani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. All we want is Biafra. We want to go home. Biafra. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Bumbo clan. It was good and evil and we chose good. Enegwa is calling Biafra. Anani saying Biafra. Ogoja is saying Biafra. Enegwa is saying Biafra. Urobo is saying Biafra. Shekiri is saying Biafra. We want to go home. We want a freedom. We want to go home. Yo, Tropical mix. Biafra, the rising sun.
Yes, sir, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uchi Ukafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uchi Ukafo Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Honestly, I do not expect you to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day you shall. Mazi Uchi Ukafo Mefo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandi Okukano, the king of Afali Beku. Afali Beku is in Omuahia. Omuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. He's the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 6 decades now. He's the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. And by the special grace of Chukwukika Abiyama, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, we cannot proceed without acknowledging the Creator. I call him Chukwukika Abiyama. He is the lifting up of our head. For we do not look up to the hills nor the mountain for help. Our help does not come from the hills nor the mountain, but it comes from the Creator, He who made the heavens and the earth. Ibuchukwu n'ibuchim, Ibuchukwu nyedigwe, Ibu Alpha and Omega mo, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka ji na-asị na-egbochi anyị. Ịdị ebube, ịdị omimi ehe, ịbụ Alpha and Omega mo, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka ji na-asị na-egbochi anyị. Anyị na-aja gị mma maka n'eziokwu na-ebo sọ mma ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị o juru anya dadio, inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma ise. And of course, without wasting much of our time on this segment, the team remain back to your roots. Back to your roots. This is one word we have been struggling over hundreds of years to get used to. But you just don't have a choice. One way or the other, you will go back to your root. African is known for great vibration, spiritual vibration. A continent of spiritual-minded individual. But yet you are afraid to go back to your root. You will never understand. You will never know the truth. You will not benefit until you go back there. Take time and think about who your father is. Take time and think about who your mother really is. And then maybe you begin to understand what you are saying. Today, Nigerian government is encouraging people to start taking Guarariro, Ogujedi, Oguagbo to combat coronavirus. Go and bring China now. Why are you asking people to depend on traditional medicine? I thought it's safe. Ono kurunjogi kuma. They say that Biafra, we don't like Biafra, leave Biafra. You will praise Biafra, you don't have a choice. It doesn't matter how we get there. I didn't come here to lick anybody's snatch. I did not come here to please anybody. I come here to support genuine men and women who are fighting for Biafra to be restored. Aside that, every other thing is nonsense to me. Because at the end of the day, when we call you, come, let us fight to save Biafra. It is not for the good of anybody, not even us, but for the next generation. We will be the ancestors of the next generation. What will they talk about us? I can never be humbled and be pleased with the generation of Biafrans between 1967 and 1970. Those of them we are going to remember 30th of May this very month. They had no reason to fight to defend their land, but here they did. They followed up evil men and bloodied men and fought with them till many of them died. If I am talking today the way I talk, not because my father have money in his bank account, not because I have anybody that can defend me, because if I remember what they did, and then I can never be proud to be called anybody's son, except those men who fought Nigerian evil state for 3 good years without bowing down to any pressure. I am very proud to be called one of the sons of those women in 1929 who marched against British government. And posterity will always talk about them. When we say go back to your root, if you don't tell people who you are, they will say you are anything. Very pathetic. And our history is written by Yoruba people. When I say go back to your root, we say go and do Ogomo. Go and do Ogomo because you never know. Anything we say do, go back to your root. If they were our father, if we are lucky enough, we will be a little bit evil than they have been. So if our fathers are evil, then we are evil, because snake cannot give birth to lion, and lion cannot give birth to goat. If you believe your ancestors is evil, you are evil because they are evil, so they gave birth to evil like you. But not until you understand they are good men and women. Nothing good will come out from you. Don't you understand it? Chinese people worship their ancestors. Rome and Europe worship their ancestors in the name of St. Peter, St. Paul, St. Kai, and St. John the Baptist. When you are praying for Holy Mary and St. Peter, who are you talking to? Is it not their own ancestors? Indians are praising and worshiping their ancestors. Everybody, only we. If I do pour libation for my ancestors and I say, it's evil, it's evil. But when you stand before the statue of Peter or Buddha or Gandhi and you say, oh, wonderful man. No, that is good. Go back to your root. I won't digress further. We have been following up a particular series. This is the part 3 of it. The topic is the importance of family and the role played by our ancestors. The importance of family and the role our ancestors played to ensure that our family is intact. Every nation that are progressing today, go and look at them. These were people who follow up the doctrine of the ancestors. No two ways about it. The Yoruba today can put us on our heels because we are worshiping Yoruba ancestors. We Biafrans, 90% of us are worshiping Yoruba ancestors. They know it's not true, it is the truth. Have you seen Yoruba tell you the ancestors is evil? Even though half of them are Muslim. The even Yoruba Muslim is wiser than the Biafran Christian worshiping in Yoruba church. The Hausa Fulani don't know what it means to have a family. But yet they use the principle of family to unite themselves. All of them believe that they are family, even when Gwari man is not Nupe man, when Nupe man is not a TV man, not Biro man. But all of them, not Anan, and they kill us. And when we tell you, go back to your root so you know who you are. Some people are, we're gonna be this, we're gonna save your family first before you talk of another place. Save your own family first. Charity begins at home. Do not be like Chibuke Amechi. The name is clear, you know where he's coming from. Save your family first. Our fathers understand this thing. But of course, we are going to reveal a lot of things as we go into this struggle. Somebody is going to say, how does it affect our struggle? My brother, I will not match with anybody that is not my family. I will not match with you. One day we will match, whether you like it or not. One day we will test the gun again. I know come here make we can't talk, but talk na part of it. We are talking. Very soon we shall shooting. So when I say we will march, I'm not talking about protests now. I'm not talking about the 21 million man march in America. I'm talking about we will shoot ourselves. What is it? How can Nigeria be shooting us and killing us indiscriminately? Go and look at everywhere you have lockdown in Biafra land. It's the Fulani people that are the police blocking our way. What are they burying? Fulani idiot who don't have a village. He's the one telling you not to come out and not to go out. And somebody's telling me it's going to remain like that. I know they hide my mouth to the talkamo. But people must understand what you are saying. I cannot match with you if you are not a pure Biafran. You will go to another flank. You will go to another group and fight. I won't fight with you because I will kill you myself. This is how serious it can be. Go back to your root and find out who you are. So we position you where you are supposed to be. I know how you really feel. But this is the time to embrace the truth in its totality. Me, I have a brother that is married to Fulani. My own brother, younger brother. He's in the military. He's in the Navy. I am saying it today because Fulani man will never know he's my younger brother. Because before they took him in the Marine Department, they asked him to answer Awusa Fulani name. He answered Awusa Fulani name. He's married to Fulani. They have 2 children already. Still with the Nigerian military. My younger brother. But that in Peking them, I will take them to Abeno Abe for proper initiation. We will purify that Fulani blood in the life of my own younger brother. We are not joking here. Not to talk of the one that have Yoruba blood. But I will not allow my brother's son, who is Miss Blood, to come and kill my father's children. Because as a first son, it is my honor to defend the integrity and the honor of my father's home. This is what we are saying here. When we say go back to your root, understand. Look at nonsense happening in Biafra land. Just look at the nonsense happening among us. Go and take record of Biafran single mother. The single mother, I'm not saying the one their husband died. The single mother that they have husband, you don't see their husband. Do you know what Yoruba does? They wool our sisters, marry them and keep them along the road. One of them is in my compound. Oh, my husband is a league worker. My husband is a league worker. I told my wife, I said, look at this Igbo woman. Watch this woman. For you not to see the husband, after almost 8 months, they packing. I said, watch very well. Now, Yoruba man give am belle. Because I've been telling my mother, my wife, I say, all this Igbo woman, Ijo woman, Abo woman, single mother scattered everywhere. You don't see their husband. Now, Yoruba, they give them belle, they camp them. All of them born Pekin. This Pekin are Yoruba, then they answer Ikechiku. Tomorrow I go to Biafra. Or do the war blood inside and go fight me. As they see them now, they hate themselves. Because we are not following the principle of family. Family is family. And one day, that boy came to our house with the mother's phone. And they were all playing with it. And my son clicked into one audio file. I'll begin to hear both of them sorting each other. Oh, Nikure, nka bronka. They were quarreling. He didn't come. Where is the money I borrow you? The point is that it's even our sisters that are sponsoring them. You born for free. They use you for free. They dump you on the road. If you are having a son, a Igbo woman, a Ijo woman, Biafra woman, Akwa Ibom, for Yoruba, you know how miserable you are. They know they let on our born pass one. Only in rare occasion. Once on our born one, then go for Shango, come tie on our womb. That on our child become problem for us. That is why Ohaneze Ndibo, Ndiobere, can now bring Gowon to honor him. But yet we know all this truth. Because we don't want to go and find out what our ancestors did to be able to preserve us. Imagine Biafra mother came together and said, let us march and protest against the British. Why do they do about woman riot, as they call it? Because go and check all of them. They are pure breed Biafra. But when we are looking at this subject, some people say, oh, how does it concern what we are doing? It concerns, no. In every study you do in school, the most important thing, the very basic principle that governs every study, topic, or study in school, the first thing you need to know is the definition. Definition. Without definition, you are not going anywhere. The definition of any race, any breed of Homo sapien, you must define who you are. What is biology? It is when you know biology that gives you the first foothold over knowing that topic. What is geography? What is physics? What is chemistry? If you don't know the definition, you will not understand what they are saying. Definition. Who is a Biafran? You must be able to define it. I tell you the truth. No sentiment here. One way or the other, Nigeria must obey Biafra. One way or the other, all the truth you are hiding, it must come out. One way or the other, somewhere along the line, we will look at ourselves in the face and we will say the truth. And we shall tell one another how we overcome. It really doesn't matter. So please, it has so much to do. Let's find out how they did what they did. It will help us very well. On this part 3, we are looking at guideline for marriage. They have principle of marriage. I'm not trying to compare them with the Bible now, but I see the guideline that governs our ancestral marriage principle is almost what is in the Bible. It's just what is in the Bible. There are guidelines, and number one guideline there is that marriage was organized by the general consent of both of the family. One group don't do marriage. Both family, they get involved. Less than a year ago, one of my cousins was married. They come to marry one of my cousin's sister. And I have to represent as the father of the house. But something was not right in the family. The boy said his parents died when he was small. And so he moved on to Lagos. He stayed in Lagos for many years until he grew up. And then he moved to another person's house in Ibadan. And then in Ibadan, God help him, he's grown up, he's okay, he's doing well. But he don't know his mother and he don't know his father. And he want to marry my sister. And he's still from my place. So. And I said to him, my sister love you. You love my sister. I don't have problem with that. But you see, my sister is going to have children someday. And I want to know where my sister's children come from. Maybe your father don't have house in the village. It's not of any concern with me. I want your village people to say they know your father. I want to know where you come from. But you go there first of all and find out who your father is. Go and find out where you come from and come back to me. I didn't take any drink from there. I didn't take anything. I can't give my sister to somebody who fall from heaven. Most of you don't know that Yoruba ancestors fall from heaven, landed in Egypt, and migrated to Nigeria. And now they own 10% all the oil well. I don't marry somebody that fall from heaven. Only Satan fall from heaven because he was cast down from heaven. And so he went home. He spent like 2 weeks there. And when he came back, he was very happy, very grateful. Village people don't know how to contact him. They have searched for him all they can. And of course, he came back as a wealthy man. So nobody will even hide anything for him. Come and see on that wedding day. Inu Munede to be precise. The whole family were so happy. Because I helped them to see their lost son. He was lost. And now when my sister have child for the man, I will know where that child come from. That is how one of the principles. One person don't do marriage. Then because my sister don't join prayer warrior, oh Lord, give me husband. Oh Lord, give me husband. And now I see something that can spare danger in the future. I will not keep quiet. No, my sister has entered that class. Oh Lord, give me husband. Oh Lord, every spirit blocking my husband. Oh Lord, I have waited. Don't let me enter monopause. It is better my sister honor monopause, enter monopause, than to marry to somebody we don't know. The father of the lady and the father of the man, they must know. They're going to be their consent. Many of you got married. Your father refused or your mother refused. You bullshit them and your pastor will wed you. May the Lord have mercy upon you and deliver you if you are such a person. Just go home now, buy drink and start begging them until they forgive you. Because the seed you sow, it will catch up with you. Someday, you never know. So in our culture, the consent of both family, you must know. No two ways about it. Somebody must be aware. They have guideline. Number 2, his son will allow his father's wife on certain occasion on the event of death. when you talk about the guideline of marriage, a son in my own culture is allowed to marry his father's wife. Remember, we have talked about who we can marry and who we cannot marry. But for record purposes, in most cases, a man will marry so many wives, more than one wife. Polygamy as it is for us in the ancestral time. And maybe when the man died, all the wife are not actually wife. In fact, my Oga is from Nnewi. His father got old, so old, that all of them, nobody's at home. This one is in Germany, this one is in Jamaica. Everybody has gone out. Their father is so old, their mother is late, and they keep hiring housemaid to help their father. Housemaid self will even beat their old father. And when they notice it, they went and married for the old man. The man should be around 90-something years. They married a wife for the man who is about 36 years. Now, tell me what 90 years old man is going to do for 36 years old girl. But that was a marriage, traditional marriage. But that marriage was meant to support the life of that man. It's not about normal husband and wife issue. It's about trying to prolong the life of that man. And now it reminds me in the Bible, when David was around 120 years. He was so old that his blanket could not warm his body again. I think they married a young dancer for David. A young dancer of around 26 years or 16 years. I can't remember clearly. The Bible said David did not know that woman until his death. They didn't marry a young girl, small girl for David because they want David to fornicate or have children. They need somebody who can take proper care of him. So when you see a young girl married to old man, it's not about the marriage. There is other thing involved. And now, in the event when that man die, they will ask the first son, your father is dead. And this woman, this girl is your father's wife. Can you marry the girl? Because we want this girl to remain in our family. The first son will say no. Maybe the second son will say no. But any of them that agreed, by our culture, we will marry that woman. It's not a taboo. And then through the woman, you can have children in your father's name. But when the son say no, we don't want, that woman is free from the bond of marriage. She can go ahead and get married to another person and cannot be condemned to have fornicated. I know it happened everywhere in Biafra land. I can link my family to every tribe in Biafra land. I know it's the same thing. Number 2 guideline. The son is allowed to marry his father's wife, like I said, under certain conditions. Number 3, brothers are allowed to marry their own brother's wife in the event of death. In my place. Not when your brother is alive. In those days, when families are large, most especially they see a good woman, and their son married the woman, very good woman, and the man die. Some family don't want to leave that woman. They will call the brother and say, please, marry this your brother's wife and have children for your brother. It happened in the Bible, the case of Judah. None of them agreed to have child for them through their brother's wife. God killed all of them according to the Bible until Judah come to the stage that he pregnanted the woman unknowingly. Now, understand the guideline. It's manual. If it were to be commanded, they say you can marry this person, you can marry this person, you cannot marry this person. A son is allowed to marry his father's wife in the event of death. All of them is not about procurement or having enjoyment sex. No. All of them was to make sure that their blood does not spill anywhere in the community. Anyhow, integrity of our home must be kept. Let me tell you what you don't understand. In 2013, our beloved brother, FFK, made a publication. Let me tell you why they do these two things. You may not be aware. In 2013, our beloved brother, FFK, made a publication. How he dig borehole in Ojukwu wife. These are bitter truths some of you want to sweep under the carpet. I still have the write-up. Our beloved brother in 2013 made a post, the whole world saw it. He prouded and boasted that he, FFK, is digging borehole on top of Bianca. I talk lie. If Bianca was following culture and tradition, he will not befriend FFK. That is insult on Ojukwu. That is insult on everybody that believes in Ojukwu. That is insult on the whole Biafra. That Yoruba man crossed Bianca. I didn't say it. I have the publication. I have the link. I screenshot it. I wrote it down. All of them are there. Oh, our beloved brother, FFK, was so proud how he dig borehole in Bianca. That is an insult. Why do you think Yoruba will respect us? A whole dim Chukwemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, a people's general. Because what they are supposed to do, according to culture and tradition, was to call Bianca. Do you still want to continue with this family? Bianca will say, no, I would like to. No, she don't even have to say. They will call Bianca and say, they will call Ojukwu family and say, can any of you hold this woman, take her as your wife, so that she cannot soil the name of our brother? Bianca is a very beautiful woman. In those days, the second name for angel, where I come from, is Bianca. There are two ladies I have not met in my life, but when you mention their name, it looks like it's angel. One is Albani Derego. The other one is Bianca. And so she's a beautiful woman. Any of Ojukwu family member, they're for hula. But they left her. Maybe they didn't even ask her. And then somewhere along the line, if enter FFK hand, FFK chop claim out. How did he compensate us? He insulted us. That our own general, he is a borehole digger. Everything you are doing today is on record. You people will not run away from it. But of course, we can look at it as a story, test by moonlight in future, and move ahead. But you are covering it, trying to suppress the truth. When the truth will be let loose, you will understand it does not need to be controlled. Let me not digress further. Number 4, guideline to marriage. The reason why they allow you to marry your father's wife or your brother's wife after death is so that somebody cannot insult the honor and integrity of your father. I know many people today, they will say, your father is dead. Your husband will have to take over his wife. So if it's over my dead body, I can't share my husband with anybody. The insult coming for you, you are not ready for it. Number 4, a man was allowed to marry as many wives as he wants on the following reason. A man is allowed to marry as many wives as he wants for the following reason. This is our guideline to marriage. If I begin to mention name of men of God, women of God, very prosperous people in Biafra land and in Nigeria who don't have children, they no fit born pikin. You go marvel. You go marvel. Some of them, they do miracle. They even give people pikin, but they no get. But we no go question God. Our ancestors have principle to checkmate all these things. You go and adopt a child. No matter what you do, that adopted child is not your child. It's not your blood. It's not your blood. You can only pray that the children you adopted come from a blood lineage of people who are not cursed. Don't you know some people are cursed? Have you not read the family of Naaman? Have you not read about the family of Achan? Curse was placed upon them. Every leper was to come from the family of Naaman. Curse was placed upon the family of Achan. What if you go marry Achan's daughter? You will suffer for something you know nothing about. What if you go adopt somebody from the family of Naaman? I mean Gehazi, the one who want prize for godliness. You will be having leprosy. In those days, our ancestors used to tell us, there are sicknesses you carry. They will ask you, if you go no worry, I want to. And the Bible says, the sickness of the disease I will not bring in your home. Today we are suffering from all of them. Their name is so horrible that it can give you typhoid fever. Kwarekwata. Kwarekwata. Now don't hear them. Kwarekwata. Sweetie. Gono kako. Goro rarilo. Goro sumpe. Goro this one. These diseases are not there in our land. But because we start mixing our blood with them, all of them are here. Go to the north and study them very well. Those in the north of Nigeria, study them very well. I have many of them working with me before. One of them will stay like this. Maggot will start coming from his eye. Every day his eye bulb will be sinking inside. Different disease or unbelievable. You go and mix that one with your blood and destroy your blood lineage. Where we call Sato. God said, this disease will not come among you. But not when you invite them. He who break the edge, him the serpent will bite. So when we say go back to your root, go and find out what they did. Find out why they do those things. We will stop doing some things we are doing. If they did not ban church now, you would have been seeing miracle of people receiving healing from coronavirus. In fact, where all these idiots who want to depopulate the world made mistake is when they close church. Because church would have helped promote their advancement. Because church will say, don't be afraid, go back about your normal business. The Lord is healing people. They will arrange people. After all, they are raising dead body. And the dead body is chopping fried rice. So be Gate and China. Next time you want to release virus, don't close church down again. Now they'll not fall on our hand in the ara. A man was allowed to marry 2 wives on the following conditions. Number 1, when the wife is disrespectful. When your wife is disrespectful, our culture and tradition say, go and marry another wife. The Bible says it is better to live on the end of the earth. It is better to live at the corner of the ceiling than to live with a nagging wife. A man goes out, work from morning to night like Jackie, and he come back at home, and he now have a wife that have a razor blade mouth. Oh boy, wahala dey. Our ancestors say when your wife is disrespectful, you marry another wife. You know not saying that who married 2 wives, now they separate fight. You marry second wife, that time fight start. Mama Nketi, you don't start to. Mama Rosalie, you don't start to. The moment you make an 3 or 4, there is peace in your house. You will know Jesus is in that family. Now then go they plan for you. Make una come, our husband don't go work. What we go do on today? They go they team up for you. You go see love. As you enter house, 4 wives go beat only you. Beat you. One not to beat you. The other one not to press you hot water. The other one go rob you a boniki. The other one go pamper you to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, you go no say woman get respect. But what am I saying in effect? A woman is not supposed to disrespect a man. Never. Irrespective of anything. Never. But today we have career woman. Why won't you have career son and career husband? Our ancestors did it because women have a lot. In fact, women are the owner of the house. Women are the owner of the house, not the man. The only link remaining that is bounding Biafra together, it is that has not been tampered with, is the link we have from our mother. Every secret of us as a people is in the hand of our women. Yoruba know this. Hausa know this. That is why they are taking our sisters to do experiment. But they don't give us their own. You go marry a Yoruba woman as Igbo man. Waiting he want eat cook for you. You go drink palm oil, you go see something. You go drink palm oil and chop pepper, your eye go see something. Look at Buhari is using toothpick. You think say a Yoruba woman cook that uncle before for him? Tomorrow somebody goes, oh, Buhari marry my sister. Oh. No, let me talk to you. So women are supposed to respect their husband. Like what I said, FFKC. If Bianca had respect for the husband, he wouldn't even near any man. He will live by the principle of the husband the rest of her life. No matter how much Nigeria want to frustrate her. Today, many people don't even know who is Bianca. Number 2. When the wife is found to be unfaithful, some married women, they Facebook, they look for husband. Married women, they chat small boys. Their husband do. In those days, when a man discovered it, in my own culture, if you know your wife is going out, is not faithful to you, my tradition says stop eating her food. If you eat her food, you will die mysteriously. 2 things will happen. When you notice in your family, if you are from Abo, first son die. Then after some time, second son die. Then you know your wife is not faithful. The moment you know, stop eating her food. If she continue doing it in your house, she will run mad. But the moment you know your wife is unfaithful, and you still continue eating her food, you, the man, will die mysteriously. So since you are a man, you notice your wife is not faithful, maybe you have not evidence against her, or you don't want to pursue her, you marry another wife. Or maybe because of the children, you choose to forgive her. Culture say marry another wife because you will kill yourself. Number 3, when the wife is found to be, number 3, when the wife is barren. Some women are barren. Sarah was barren. She even gave the housemaid to the husband before God opened her womb. So when husband and wife get married and they discover they cannot have children together, you never know what is wrong. I have my auntie who got married, and the marriage lasted for 28 years. They didn't have a child, and they were a wonderful couple. As a child, most of the time I spend in their home because they don't have child. So they will come to my mother that have a poultry farm and pick some of us, and I was their favorite. They loved me. And so I will be with them most of the time, most especially during holiday. I never had them quarrel. I've never had them complain. They were the best couple I have met in my life. They were prospering. And then when I was of age, both of them were old. The man should be around 58 years and the woman very close to that same age. They said, let them go and try. I don't know how they come to the conclusion. So they separated peacefully. The house they were living as husband and wife, the man packed out and moved to the other side of Abo. In fact, the woman is living in Azonwa and the man packed to Azonabo. The woman started having boyfriend. The man started having girlfriend. After 1 year, my sister took in. She didn't know she was pregnant. Every day she was crying that she have appendix. She have appendix. She have appendix. Till when labor started, they rushed her to the hospital. She now delivered a boy. We call that boy appendix. At the age of around 54, 56. The same thing, the man with the new woman he went to marry, have children. Now, I can't explain it. Something was actually wrong. But the bottom line is that when they separated, they both have children. These are when there is case of barrenness, the man is expected to marry. Then the next reason why you are allowed to marry more than one wife is when you are the only son. I just lost my brother. The only thing that is, the only area I remember and I feel bad is because his lineage has been cut off. He's not yet married. He don't have a child and he's gone. But imagine if he was the only son of my father. Not only has his lineage gone, my father's lineage is gone. Have you ever wondered why your mother and your father, when they are asking you to give them grandson, you think they are going to eat your grandson? They know what they are trying to protect. Ada, when are you giving me my grandson? Ikechiku, when are you giving me my grandson? Give me my grandson, oh. I want to see my grandchildren, oh. They know what they are doing because they don't want the lineage to be cut off. The next reason is when tradition and culture demand that it happen. Sometimes culture and tradition will demand it. And so most of all these areas I have mentioned was what introduced polygamy into our family setting. But it is expected we understand what they represent. That is why our people, our fathers, were able to speak with one voice. That is why, irrespective of the difference in our language, they still understand that they are one people. But today, go and look at the people who create division among Biafra. You will see that there is something wrong with their blood. Because you go to maternal home, then give you another story. You come to paternal home, then give you another story. So where do your loyalty lies? And so what I'm trying to tell you in effect is that according to our tradition and culture, there are stipulated principles on how a family is formed. As this will remove so many shame and turbulence time that the future holds. There are many families you see today. There is no problem. There are a lot of activities that take place in the family. We shall look into them in the course of this study. And some of you don't understand why they do it. In those days, for instance, as a child, they pour rice on a train, very white train, all of us go random. But if you do it today, they say, no, it's not hygienic, it's not hygienic. It's not about hygienic or no hygienic. It is about Holy Communion. When they say family that prays together, stay together. A family that eat the same food inside the same place, stay together. I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Don Prince Victor, Ibo Mado, Onyibe, Biafra Deje, no, Obia, Ije, Freedom, na Ugo Kainario, Anya Tony hip hop for Baramene. Aye bunde Biafra, bunde Judo Naga, Obi Makiro Makeju Naga. Oga de kwarai na ma. Ise. Omo Biafra Biafra na tako. Ibo wen madu no. Ibo wen madu na tako. Omo Biafra Biafra na tako. No. Ibo wen madu na tako. Eji megu mekene. Tifuna digano. Otogo ta derema. Oyeze no dugolo dimma. Okwande solo gili nenuwa. Akologo gililata. Oposisi bolotolo. Enese gumu makwele. Okwanye manono dugo. Odoro newe mma. Okokoko nyaru. Anachua yonso. Osekwe selikoni. Oketikwe no konodo ngaji. Dike kani kipu na London. Dike kani kipu na Israel. Dike kani kipu na Russia. dance to him. As we seek for peace and humanity, it's not at all for vanity. There are once people is killing each other. I want to wipe my blood down. Look up your children. I'm forgetting them. I'm forgetting them. Zobu, zobu, eni, eni mba eni. Zobu, 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 eni mba eni. Zobu, zobu, eni, eni mba eni. Zobu ndila ni neni, eni mba eni. Fellow, let my people go. Yes, we're not a go. Let my people, let my people. Even when my dad is a go. They don't love to get an anya go. Yes, we're not a go. Even when my dad no. Even when my dad is a go. Oh, you then a lap udene, udene abuna. Mananya puno udene nenuwa. Iyo toto, I want to know something. Make una hear me. People don't want their fun. Make una come back home. Make una come back home. Can you do the
Yes, of course, we must continue. Having said that, the truth is bitter, but we must continue saying it. Not until you go to the head of an animal, you will not see the eye. We have numerous problems confronting us as a people. And the more we pet issues, the more we become so comfortable without every nonsense happening to us. It is not allowed. It will not be tolerated. It's just a matter of time. You will understand. Of course, the pair of light is not in our hands. At this moment, our lines are open. And of course, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, you are free to call, challenge what I have said. And those of you who don't like what I said, just call, talk to me, let me reposition you. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. For the last time, our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female, 081-288-58614. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Just a minute. I beg your pardon. Caller on WhatsApp, just hold on a minute. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening from you.
Okay, my name is Mazimbam. I'm calling you from Newi. So, what you are saying this evening, and let me explain where I'm from. Ebonyi State is Z, from Igbago precisely. In Z and in the Igbago, in our village, all you have told us this evening is exactly what we are doing in our land. Exactly, nothing different. So, for that, I'm very much appreciating to show us that we are all the same thing. And the culture of all in the Igbo land are the same. The culture in Biafra land are the same. Nothing in difference. That is all I want to explain to our fellow Biafrans, so that they will know where they come from. This is very important. So our culture is the same thing. Nothing. Bible says that you cannot remove it, you cannot add. So it's the same thing. The same thing. So I appreciate you very much. Very much,
my brother. The truth is yes. Thank you. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
This is female line. This is female line. Please, no males should call the female line. Let's give them that regard. But having said that, the truth is simple. When there is problem in the family, it is easy to find out if the family is actually one. If the family is one, you will get the truth. Caller, WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, George Onyibe. Long time. I've been worried for some time now. I've not been hearing from you. I don't know what happened. Thank you for your good work. Thank you for your good work. I also have a leader, Nadikano and Ushemifo. My name is Joseph Ovie from Delta State, your brother from Delta State. I'm very happy to hear your voice tonight. Thank you. Our prayer, we are
Unfortunately, that is Zoo Epileptic Network. What do we do? You try and call back if you can. Our people must understand there is need for us to sanitize our home. Can you hear me? Caller on the line.
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. George Onyibe.
Go ahead and stop listening to your radio.
Okay. I appreciate you for your handwork. My name is Eric Chinedu. I'm from Abahaga State. So, what I'm trying to say, I appreciate your handwork. Biafra must be restored, and nobody can hold our freedom. So, in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, we will see our freedom. So, I thank you for your handwork and thank our God's Father, Mazi Nnamdi Nkwukaru. So, I thank for Uche Mefo and all our coordinators. So, I thank you. God bless you for your handwork.
Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. Biafrans across the globe must understand. They say charity begins at home. There are a lot of things that we are missing out. We don't understand how they function. The success of the success enjoyed by our people, it's not just a matter of God blessing upon our generation, our breed and kind, but it's also as a result of the preparation by our ancestors. They did a lot of things to make sure that blessing come. Somebody gave me a definition of good luck. He said good luck is preparation meet opportunity. Preparation meet opportunity. That is the meaning of good luck. Nobody is actually good luck. Oh, you have good luck. No. It is when you are prepared and the opportunity comes. People will say, oh, the boy is lucky, he has good luck. No. If you are not prepared, nothing like good luck. You must be prepared for that blessing. In those days, there is a way we are trained. Because the principle that governs a home is in place. For instance, as a child, when you start primary school, they will begin to monitor you. Whether you are intelligent enough, whether you can follow up, they begin to monitor you. And when they get to a particular stage, your parents will call you. Like in my home, as the first son, they called me at that stage and say, you are not doing well in school. What is the problem? Is it because you don't want to go to school? Ordinarily, at that stage, I don't want to go to school. But I dare not say those words. So I say, yes, I want to go to school. But I thank God he did help me out. They got to one of my brother. They say, you are not doing fine in school. You don't want to go to school. What's the problem? He said, mommy, daddy, let me tell you people the truth. Oh, I don't want to go to school. Oh, my brain nothing enter. Oh. They say, okay, what do you want to do? He said, I want to learn mechanic. And my parents say, in that case, you must learn how to read and write. Eh? So when you can read and write, then you can go and learn mechanic. And the moment he could read and write, there was no need for mechanic because he knew he can graduate and still come and learn mechanic. But today, parents are the one now deciding what their children. In fact, even before they have one, they have given them profession. First son, doctor. Second son, lawyer. Third son, engineer. Fourth one, fine job. You never know whether they are meant to be native doctor. You don't choose engineer for them. And so when he come out, he would have been a lawyer. You are forcing the child to become doctor. These things you think it doesn't matter, but believe me, they matter. They play so many vital roles in our life. You have no idea. You have no idea. And so everything we are doing, they say charity begins at home. Whatever you give out is what you have. Whatever you are giving out is what you have. Whatever you represent is what you have. And so our people must make sure, the new generation of Biafrans must make sure our families are protected. Caller on the line. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. 3 white men.
Go ahead.
Listen, I want to read you about this marriage. Like in our fathers in all these days, you will see a woman will give birth and you will see a man who will say that he married that your child. And when the child will be growing, when the child will grow, that we found out that the man that he said that he is going to marry his daughter is the parents will be working for the parents also because of that girl that he said that he will marry. When the girl grows now, and we find out the man is older than the age of that, can he continue to marry that person on that issue? I'm asking.
Now understand.
Hello?
Yes, our ancestors.
Go ahead. Like in the papa. Mama we give birth a baby girl. So that therefore in the papa and the young year and then more than a total small. Continue on that marriage because I've seen many people go into that marriage.
Now let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth.
Let me finish this one again. He said that he's not a man of 90 years and he married a woman of 36 years. Can that lady stay like that? Nobody will be servicing that lady. I'm asking.
Now, the two questions you asked, let me respond to you and lower your radio set or move away from there. Now, the two questions you asked are different questions. Number one, when a girl is born in a family, according to my tradition, an elderly man from within the community will come and say, I am marrying this girl. The man is not going to marry the girl, but this very marriage creates an atmosphere that helps the girl to grow in a very chaste environment. So that time we were small, or that time when we small, we go come see our age mate. We go play with them as a boy and a girl. Then an elderly person go see us, like elderly mama. He go say, that man na Chijoke waifu. That man na Chijoke waifu. Now, as we dey look the girl again, we no go pursue him again. There was no fornication. Because that small girl you be one pursue will be your mate, one papa don't marry him. That was what it was actually meant for. But according to tradition, when the girl is of age, they will meet the man and say, our daughter is about to get married. Is any of your son interested? Not that man. Not that man. That man, he just put money for on top. He never marry him. But now he be the caretaker. Then the man will now ask the children, any of you like that girl? They say yes. It becomes almost, that is when they say family arranged marriage. But when the man children say none of them like the girl, the man then can say, your daughter can marry to another place. In my own place, those old men, they don't allow them to marry those girls. But they become the caretaker of the girl. They even take some of those girls. That is how our girls' daughter were being protected. That is one. On the other hand, the elderly person, like my Oga, I said, went to marry a young lady to take care of his father. They know that their father will not last more than 2 years again. And in that 2 years, he's dead. So the person that is coming to marry that old man is not coming to do anything. It's just a matter of contract. These 2 years, you just take care of our father. So anything you want to do. Have you not heard about Virgin Mary? Konyena service Virgin Mary. So if you cannot take it that 2 years, then don't come. It's not by force. They will tell you. If you cannot stay 5 years without a man, then don't come. It's as simple as that. They are paying you money to take care of their husband. I mean their father. For them to have absolute control on you, you become their wife. So you will leave the old man and go and meet boyfriend. And before you come, the old man will fall from chair and die. And they will still pay you.
Okay, what of the married man cannot service
you are not married. But are you listening to me? Are they marrying to make love? They are not marrying to have children. They are not marrying to produce family. The marriage is for you to take care of the man. What is it there that you don't understand? But they don't want you to become Wakajube and leave their father. They want you, if it's 2 years, the man will last. They want you to take good care of him for that 2 years. They don't want the man to be hungry. They want somebody to bath the man. So 2 years you will stay with the man. The man is not even going to touch you because he's old man. Read your Bible. The Bible said that David did not touch the last wife he married till he died. He's old. It's old. It's in your Bible. David's last wife. So that marriage is not for women that want to work out. No. It's like you don't understand what it signifies.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, as a woman now, let me ask you, hold on. As a woman now, are you telling me you cannot stay 2 years without your husband? Can you stay 2 years without your husband? Can you stay 2 years without knowing a man where your husband is not around?
I can say now.
So why would somebody not understanding that, like 2 years now, you will not touch anybody, just focus on my father?
Because depending on the type of the woman,
that is why now hold on, let me tell you, I have high respect for women because the way they project us is not the way we are. Why did I say so? One day I was driving by a church and they had women program. And in the women program, they have just closed. So many of the women on the road, I stopped because I was carrying a big vehicle, Mitsubishi bus, and I decided to pick some of them. And when they entered, I was helping them actually. When they entered, they were discussing. One woman there said, now wow, if they tell me say virgin still did this Nigeria, I no go gree. Then they now start gossiping. We now saw one, they say, see this one, see that jeans when you wear. You no go believe saying a virgin. And so I listened to what they were saying. The pastor, the woman or the prophetess that organized the prayer said he want to bless the virgin there. That there are a lot of virgin here, things is not easy for them. That there are so many. The woman started pointing them out. Some of them be like Ashawo, but it will shock you they are all virgin. You do not think everybody is wayward. No. They say mechanic no let us know madman. We have our women that you see, they can wear pingy and wear anything because of the trending fashion. But I tell you, they have no known man. So forget about the few one you are seeing jumping up and down. You think all our women are like that? No. We have honorable women.
No, women, there is a women that is very decent.
Understand that like as I am now, I want to marry. I will use both telescope and microscope. I will investigate you spiritual to physical. I can't make mistake now. I will shine my eye very well. I must know what I'm going into.
Because
so now me you go come
deceive.
It's not a matter of man of God. I get sense. I go tell my girl, I go escort and go. Good night, baby. I go follow and go watch and make her know where they go after good night. I go monitor and well. So even though you're a bad person, you go become born again by force. I don't expect to marry an angel, but it is my duty to direct them. Yeah. Let's live normal way.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So if you want your father to die because you cannot see sincere girl, it's left for you. But I'm telling you, the purpose is not because they want to marry for their husband. And it's not because they want to tie you down. Now, hold on. Hold on. Because of people listening to us. Do you know that most of our brothers who are married to Igbo are marrying because of documents? And do you know, because of this, hold on. Do you know because of this document marriage, some of them are trapped. They cannot marry the woman they promised marriage at home before they travel.
Yeah.
So who is to be blamed there? Go ahead with your question.
So another thing I want to, is it good for a man to know to meet the woman that he wants to marry before he gets married? Or the wife? They came on here before.
Now, I don't like to pretend. A lot of men.
Sir?
I say I don't like to pretend. I face the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of men during courtship has fallen into the temptation. And if at the end of the day they get married, are you going to say they are sinner? Now, the man that sleep with the girlfriend and then some years later married the girlfriend, and the one that sleep with the girlfriend and later on they didn't marry the girl, who is the righteous person there? Who is the righteous person? Let me tell you, I dated my wife for 11 years. My wife, now my girlfriend. I say my wife, now my girlfriend for 11 years. And after 11 years, I come born again. I come born again. As I born again, enter church, I begin to see yori girls. And the church down they tell me, say, oh, thing has passed away. The Lord have delivered you. My wife was good to me. And I say, okay, no problem. I will go and marry my wife in the world. They say, no, there is no relationship with Muhammad and Jesus Christ. Move ahead with all these yori Christians. That is 2 years later. I told my bishop, I said, see my wife, I know her in the sin, and I want to drag her along to heaven. This is the woman I want to marry. I get church banker, oil worker, all of them, they there. Oh, you are born again now. Look for born again sister. And some of them, if I marry them, my life will be better than what it is today. But I hold on to my heart. Because I understand that when a woman embraces me, I must consider first of all, if she embraced my crown or my heart. So those will not be questioned. Whatever happened between them in the course of relationship, I will not judge them. So if I come out and say it's wrong, if you ask your question, make it fast. If not, you can still bring it back in the next session. But let us say the truth.
Because I'm just telling you the truth.
You just give me. Hold on.
I'm not pretending.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to the people listening to us. Some people will say, no, you can't,
I'm
marry?
with my husband.
You are not listening to me.
You
are not listening. You are not understanding. The point I'm bringing, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to our audience. If you ask now, is it good to sleep with somebody you have not married? And now we now jump up and say, no, you cannot do that too. And now I told you, I have friend my wife for 11 years. That 11 years, you think we were killing mosquito?
Yeah.
But I went and married her. And God will say, oh, she was your sinner girlfriend. I don't love you. No. Yeah. I will not judge anybody for that. As you keep your mouth, so you will lie on it. We will come out now. We want to say good. According to chapter 1 of verse 12, don't do that. Do you know how many pastors sleeping with a choir mistress? Do you know how many imam in the mosque sleeping with man to man? And then these things, you can't control them. Some of them, you don't have control over it.
Down there, I'm saying to this husband and wife, they didn't know each other. After that marriage, you find out that the man don't know how to make love, to satisfy her wife. This thing is bringing problem in the house.
Then let the woman teach the man. My sister, let the woman. Hold on. Just cut it short. Let the woman teach the man. Your question is simple. Let the woman teach the man. Both of them are one now. Let the woman teach the man. As the man knows, I'll be making teacher. So okay, let her run away now. Let her run away. Let her go and start moving around prostituting. If that is what you want to hear. My sister, I have told you, the truth you told me is simple. And I say, tell the person to teach his husband. So if he cannot, tell the woman to teach his husband. If he's not ready to teach his husband, that she want to be prostituting, let her go. If it's not a man any longer, that means they have a problem. They should visit a doctor. They should visit a doctor. These are issues. They can help themselves. But these are not the area I'm focusing in this study. It's just, let's see, I see it as a distraction. But I just needed to respond to it. All those things don't make sense. You marry a man, and let's say the man have accident and has injury that affect his man organ. What do? You just abandon him? Help him. Help him. The rest one is left for both of you. We must learn to understand where we are focusing. I'm not talking about every question you have asked is just about self-gratification, satisfying oneself. I'm talking about the future of a family. You come marry a man. The man say, no, I don't want us to meet until we get married. Then I can't get married. On the eve of marriage, you discover the man don't even have manhood. Enter the next keke na pepe and leave the man. Why would he lie to you? But when both of you marry, things are okay, and he notices he's having problem, help him out. Well, having said that, like I said, that was a distraction. The target was simple. We need to guide our home. We need to bring up principles that will help us see family as family. Caller on the line. Good evening from here.
Good evening.
Yes, this line is for female, please.
I am female. Good evening, sir.
Agowanye, good evening. Go ahead, please.
My name is Ogochukwu, calling from Aba.
Go ahead.
Woman leader of all this is private. Mazi, I want to thank you for good work you have done for us. I want to thank our leader, Mazi Nandekan. Thank our deputy system, and also thank my coordinator, Kichukwu Nyama. And you, Mazi Onyibe, thank you for the you are giving for us. Concerning this, back to our root for this marriage, for our side, the way we do it, a man marry the wife And that wife come born girl for their family. No men there. Our village or the family we decided to ask their daughter if anyone are willing to stay for their family and give a male child for that family, so that is the father will not marry another wife for that family. They will agree. Then another one person for that family will stay and marry, and they give back for that family. Maybe if you get like two boys, you can marry for another person for marry you. Or if you like, you stay for that family. Another one is this: if maybe you marry, the woman is married, not give any child for that man. The woman will go for another village or another town to go marry for her husband, marry another wife for her husband. Come with her husband. Maybe that woman is stay for that family. So that's why I'm asking: is it right for a woman to go marry wife for his husband because he won't give any child for their husband?
According to our tradition, that is even the most honorable way to build a polygamous home, which was what our ancestors practiced. There were times in the life of my parents, and my mother feel that she need a rest, and my father is not tired. It was my mother that even instructed my father and say, instead of you to walk around, go and marry a wife and bring her home. I was there. My mother was telling my father. Though at that time, my father did not do it. And I think it did solve a problem for them. So it is part of our culture. And it was Sarah who gave the housemaid to Abraham. God never condemned the action. In fact, Jacob married 4 wives. Only 2 were lawfully wedded, Rachel and Leah. The other 2 wives were the housemaid of Rachel and Leah. And they 4 of them gave birth to the 12 tribes of Israel. None of them was underrated. You are a slave son. Or you don't even know who is slave son or who is wedded wife's son. God never condemned any of them. He judged them according to the principle that guided them in their lifetime. Not by whether your mother is slave, second wife, or first wife. That is our culture. I hope it's clear on that angle.
Yes, another one is this man. There's a one man. The man come children, but bombo. He can't live with his daughter. But they same boy. And they can't do traditional marriage for that daughter, for that family. And that daughter there, born children, born men, born there, and he never married again because the father do traditional marriage on her head for that their family because he leave that girl for her to born male for their father. So that one is confusing.
Now, that is where some of the area we are having problem. For instance, in Biafra land, there is a culture we our ancestors practice. Is part of what is bringing problem for us. You see that culture prevalent like in River State. One of the daughter will be asked not to be married out. They will tell the daughter, stay in your father's house and have children for your father. And so they will go out and have children. They will get pregnant. They don't even care who the father is. They will bring that child home. That child becomes their father's child. And the woman is not allowed to marry outside. And now let's assume the girl go and bring our child. And he put it. It's the father's child. It's our culture. He has equal rights with even the legitimate son. Because a certain agreement makes those girls' daughter to be legitimate. And then another one will go, bring the children from different father. Because the man don't have a son. And at the end of the day, inside one house, you have Yoruba blood, Hausa blood, Fulani blood, Boko Haram blood, Miati Allah blood. All the whole blood inside one room. And none of them is loyal to the man. Because the semen of the woman didn't make those children. It is that of the man. And so the man cannot lay claim that those children are his blood. At that time, there is problem with our tradition. I mean, our family. Of course, we will look into that aspect as we proceed. We do it. I said where that practice is prevalent. River State. You will see a big grown-up woman is in the father's house. They say they born for him father. Him father say make him no marry. It's part of our culture. But if those families are not properly taken care of, now then they share, they use, they destroy community. Most of them. Now then share, use, they cause community crisis.
Some village will say that child is taboo. It's not good for you to stay in your father's house. And but even if the man is not, he said the man will go adopt. He said the daughter will stay in their house and born. He said taboo.
That is what I'm saying.
They don't have any fear for their family.
Some of our culture permits it. But I think there are principles that are supposed to be put in place before such is done. And when such principles are not put in place, that family is heading for a serious crisis. They are heading for a problem. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. And God bless you. May people bless you.
And bless you too, my sister. And our people must understand, like our sister that asks several questions, very sensitive questions. Honestly, what she's saying is the right thing. But if we have faith in one another, if we are sincere to one another, believe me, everything that we are struggling with, it will be fine. There will be no problem. And that is what we want our people to understand. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, my fellow Biafrans all over the world. My name is Joy Wobo. I'm calling from Cross River State Central, Biafra land. On this issue, I just want to make small contribution concerning what my sister just said now. In my own community where I came from, there's a way we do things because in Biafra land or in Igbo land, our tradition and custom differs. Like in those days, they told us that if those women that do go to farm for somebody, maybe somebody who they call Akajiako, that is a wealthy man that will have up to 5 or 6 wives, those laborers that do come to them to help them in farming work, if there is any grown-up son among the family, when the time reaches for this man to get married, is the mother of that son that will look for a wife for him. And in this decision, you don't question their decision for them. You do everything that they ask you to do. So the woman takes charge of those women that are coming for them to work for them in their farm. And at the end of it all, when the woman noted an industrious woman among those women that work for them, she will call the attention of this woman. Obodia, did you have a daughter that is a very hardworking like you? Because I've seen you since you have been coming to this place. I have seen you like somebody who works very hard. And the woman will answer yes. You will see that that woman will send this very laborer woman to go and bring that her daughter. The moment they bring that daughter to them, if this son in question that is due to marry is in Sokoto, is in abroad, is in Madagascar, anywhere that this son is, the woman, the parent calls for him to come down. And immediately he comes home, they introduce that girl to him. Chukwuemeka, this is the wife that I have chosen for you to marry. And he is not going to question them. He will accept that wife wholeheartedly, and they will perform the traditional rites while Chukwuemeka takes that girl back to wherever that he is. He never seen the girl before. The girl never know whether the Chukwuemeka will service her very well or not. He takes that girl as his wife wholeheartedly. and takes him back to where he is residing. And at the end of the day, you see that this family, they are going to live in peace and harmony without having problem. And the man in question can never for one day tell the wife that you are my mother's wife. I never choose you. No, it becomes so dear to him because this wife was chosen to him by the parents and of course the mother. So that is how it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful insight. Our people must understand. My target on this series is to make us understand that every decision we make regarding family have either negative or positive effects on our people and the generation of our people. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Of course, we lost that caller. It is very important. Like what our sister just said, some marriage were actually formed. The union were created because of some special ability in the life of the other family. The colonial masters know this during the slave trade era. They even have to make some son to pregnant their mother. When they saw family that give birth to strong children, Onyibe terrorist slave masters will crossbreed a mother and a son to have the same strong distance for their own evil and selfish gain. Are you there, caller on the line? Good evening from here, go on.
I'm making Chukwu for your coming back because we miss you a lot. We miss your messages. We miss everything in that question. First of all, from the deep work, that person that posted, because yesterday I opened, my friend opened, I said that breaking news, Mazoni, there was arrested, this and that. I said, full moon. That person and his family, they are arrested forever, both spiritually and physically. So I called your line so that to find out that today, asking, I will not know today, matter. The time I'm asking full moon, that person, they enter problem. They don't like good things, and good things can never come their way. Mazi, your topic today was very fantastic. So these are the things that have been causing problems today. Because Christianity has done damages in our life. They tell you the truth. Somebody, person married, they married for 20-something years without issue, and they're not separated. Before you know,
as I'm talking to you, both of them have grown-up children and they are old. In fact, my sister's son, his name is Appendix.
So the same thing happened in our place. But today, I just say, no, what God has joined together, why can't we separate? Imagine it happen. If you try your best, it did not happen. Now, open at these people that they continue saying, no, I love you and you love me. They will stay childless. And the Chukwu say that there is no barren woman in his house. Then it's in a message going out now that the man is not a liar. I know one man, in fact, I work with the man. I work for him in Abuja. It's my director. And you know, they on 16 years, we are 15 years, up to today, how much me adopt. Then we do only get blame. Then can't you go and marry for that man? Or you when you only marry what is happening, you ain't cause that problem, you settle it. But Christianity will told you that if you do that, and pastor, the pastors, they cannot do that. But they will encourage you to remain childless, to go and adopt somebody's child. Then when you money, you cause a problem in the house. And these are the things our forefathers, they avoided. They never became if your wife in the family that if you your son go and find out whether because sometimes women will go out go and more than one side, you will not know because of why we're not telling him. Again, as an house, but at the end of the day, problem between our as a family. So these are the things we need to go back to your roots, not only about moral, not moral. Go back to your roots, and we must do that before we stand ourselves. Because even if our national we have a lot of work to do in our people's life because already like concussion, with bleach. That even in the could not to hear. If we can outside the Ghana here and there, what has one will be given a cause a problem in the house. Maybe you and your wife, you have Gonyoshi, you have Gonyoshi. Then give him as one Gonyoshi. Then when I mix blood. Any land they could be a problem in our land. But the problem that our women cause for us. If that village here, only was a big dirty envy. You don't remember the young mother again. Okay, they are the one to Mangama. They are the first person because of who the same blood with you. Then I join, they don't hate themselves, they hate themselves, they don't love themselves. How can't we love ourselves? Because of Igalaga, Kagada here, Atali Kuku today. Some people say, don't mind them anyway, I honor your love them, no problem. All about us are going mine. Because I get amazement of screaming. I get amazement of screaming because they make it like that. Sometimes I refer them in the Bible. Nehemiah said, God, we are angry with them. Yeah, because that's that now. They on the meeting, yes, we got more, otherwise my anger will log arise 10%. And this is what they did. I told her, and that was even in the lesson cause Israel problem. Because maybe I give Israel, Kabanchan, problem got it. Maybe near the Korea hatred, what the father did, love woman, who will have shared than mad. So, Margie, you will live long. You will need to see Biafra land. Nothing shall ever happen to you. As I pray today, as I do my full moon rituals, I put you in prayer. Nothing shall ever happen to you and your family. You
see. Thank you very much. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this segment. Our people must understand the truth cannot be overemphasized. When you sit in the midst of your friend to discuss about the issue of Biafra, watch them. They are supposed to be Biafrans. But you will see them saying, no, this Biafra, no, forget about Biafra. Biafra cannot come, this and that and that. Watch them very closely. You will see something is wrong. You see some people, they don't even know what is Biafra. The moment you talk Biafra, they are on fire already. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Sir. This is Uche talking from Okan. What I want to contribute there is this. Several cases like this, I have seen it. I remember one man that came to my spiritual father one time ago. They were married for 15 years, no child. And the Catholic doctrine permit them for adoption, but they did not permit them to go and marry. Then this very man now come for advice. My spiritual father's son. My spiritual father asked him, are you man enough? He said yes, then he's man enough. He said, if you are man enough, go and marry. Nothing stops you from getting married. That doctrine is valid. So this man now hacking to the advice of that my spiritual father. What he did, he married and he go back to his home, to his village, and marry another woman. Find house another place for her. Today he's living happily with 4 children. The woman did birth. Whereby the problem of infertility was on the side of the first woman. So when the first woman find out now that the husband have gotten married, she went and report her to the church. The church now said that he should not come to church. They give him back seat. He decided to stop going to Catholic church and change to another place. But today he has children living happily. Then another one is this. This one I'm talking about now happens in my village. This is a man that has 5 daughters. He decided that the last daughter will not marry. There is a man coming for her hand in marriage. He called the man then. My dear, this my daughter will not marry. This my daughter will replace me in this family. Lo and behold, the man started friending the lady, and they have children. For him getting into his own home and marry another woman, he couldn't have male child. Whereby, in this family now, the woman has three boys and 1 girl. He started coming for the children, that these are his children. And the tradition said he will not collect it because the father has permit the daughter to stay in his name. So people start talking about it, what the children did. We take you as a father, we help you, but we won't answer your name. So today they grow up reasonable people because the father knows the family that was coming to the daughter is not anyhow family. So they are living happily today. Even the boys grow up helping their father also. So that is my own contribution this night.
Thank you.
May the Almighty bless us all.
You see, and honestly, this is where we draw the curtain on this segment. Our people must understand. A well-organized family can achieve much. A well-organized family can achieve much. In those days, in the real culture of Igbo man, first son is like a debtor. If you see the way my parents and my younger ones hold me responsible for their upkeep, you think my father gave me money. I'm grateful to God I was able to do what I have to do for all of them to leave me alone. See, concert will come. Bro, how far now? I won't do this. So, bro, I no like you. Your papa, our papa no give me money to the share for now. Because I be first son, suffer go kill me. But the mindset is there already. The first son is like the way the father is not there, he carries the problem. But there is the truth I understand there. Every genuine father spend more time, more resources on the first son. The idea is so this first son can be equipped to guide the younger one in their absence. And when I understand this truth, it doesn't bother me what they do. My target is to make sure I do my best for them. And I can assure you, I was able to do that, and we have passed that stage. But when you have a family where these truths are not known, these truths are not spoken, these truths are not communicated, you see the family, one person will prosper. He will want others to remain poor, so they depend on him. That is why you see most of our politicians, as far as they can get second tenure, move from chairman to councillor, from councillor to senator, from senator to governor, from governor to House of Rep, from House of Rep to the vice president, because the highest they can aim is vice president. If they kill all of us, it doesn't mean. At least when they come to village, we'll be hailing them. Onyibe, we'll be hailing them. I know Timpu, be doing a ram boys for them. But little did they know that the richest man in the poorest family eventually becomes the poorest man. For us to be able to work as one impenetrable unit, very coordinated, we must become one. I sign off from here, and of course I will be coming back shortly. Understand we are IPOB. Understand we are here to fight for Biafra restoration. and understand that you need to be part of this movement. Just see how you're going to fit in. This is a clarion call. Goodbye temporarily from here, and I'll be back in no time.
Do you know that since 1914 till date, up to 15 million Biafrans has been killed and massacred by the Islamic Republic of Nigeria? And do you know that Nigeria is a zoo, a creation of a white man, and it has expired? We must fight to the end and no retreat. Now we must win this battle and no surrender. Yes, we be dying, now we be crying. Yes, for freedom, all we need. To go kick Abiyama, come save us. Cause the children call on you. Biafra must still be free from bondage. Biafra must still be free from killings. Biafra must to be free from Nigeria. Biafra must to be free from slavery. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. May thy kingdom come on earth, O Biafra. The time is now, I fight on you formidable soldiers. I can see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Victory is sure, no giving up, we are marching to the promised land. Oh, you say no to one Nigeria. Oh, you say no to pretend. Oh, you say no to divide and rule. We say no to sacrifice. Listen, Nigeria, jaga, everything scatter. My people suffering and dying, so remains from my heart. Yoruba, Hausa, Boko Haram killing us. Every day we be dying like a slaves. Give me freedom, want to freedom. Wanna be free like the birds in the sky. Biafrans all over the world they cry. Now we calling, rescue us to go kick Abiyama. We must fight to the end and no retreat. Now we must win this battle and no surrender. Biafra must still be free from bondage. Biafra must still be free from Nigeria. It's time for revolution, for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution, for the nation of Biafra. It's time for revolution, for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution, for the nation of Biafra. We must fight to the end and no retreat. Now we must win this battle and no surrender. Biafra must still be free